this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the MVP of the league back in 2016. It's Matt Ryan.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. Throwing Ryan to start out. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now it's Ryan. It's Brian Edwards. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield.
What's my guy doing?
Down at the 49. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Oh,
Ryan's throw here pulled in by Beasley. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Ryan. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 21. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on the opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Oh, man, all that.
Nice. Alexander. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick to turn into points for the other side.
So here come the Chargers as they get set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 23 carries, 66 yards.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
7 yards there and a first down. The Chargers are 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Cook up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Out left to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them.
No! Oh, my
God. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do?
Rocky.
2 Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves if we're going to have that kind of a reference. They've got to get it together and start playing a little bit.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a 1st down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Ryan over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect your offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that.
Where are you going? Like, pick somebody up.
A lot of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told me, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up 1st downs.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now this
Oh my
throw
gosh.
left side. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, come on.
Zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Looking to throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Should have thrown it earlier.
Intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
And a mile high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. Ready.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan over the middle. He finds Higgins. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time.
Oh, come on.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Pardon me, we ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
After the interception, here's Ryan.
Why are you coming across? Your zone was over there at that guy.
30 before he he's hit and dropped.
Where are you going?
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Another run with Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Ryan. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. Ryan. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Here's Ryan to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Who are you throwing to?
Incomplete. So a couple of first downs.
How do you throw it there?
It's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Chargers ready to take over. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half. So this is a golden opportunity for them to
How
go
was
in
that
there
for an
and
animation?
a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short
fucking
pickup.
screw me. Now taking my timeouts.
An injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Let's step aside and get a report.
You just roll off the field or something?
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
Yeah.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first
It wasn't even
down.
2 yards short. It was like a yard.
Coming up from his free safety spot. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Damn.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So we've hit halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. So here are the Chargers to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 66 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Again, this is Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Handoff comes to Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
I waited too long to throw that.
Defense has a touchdown. Matt Gay on for the extra point.
Oh, how?
Just his long field goal try. He's got this one as that extends their lead. Heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger defensive unit making their way back out there. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 101 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run here with Raymond Calais. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I just think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 40. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 31.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Back to the ground. This time Cook. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, and he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Dobbins once more, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 10-7. So that one a 13-point drive in total. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Broncos about set to go on offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Ryan. His throw incomplete.
Plain and simple. That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
He couldn't block the guy, huh?
Yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Dancing away at the 35. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half.
Pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fielded at about the 28.
Oh, come on, guys. Gotta put a helmet on him.
63-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Friggin' hell did they get off a 63-yard punt into the wind?
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Cook up the gut.
Come on.
The drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On the ground, it's Calais. And good work there in open space.
Oh, come on.
All the way down now to the 32. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Calais. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real. And I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players. But you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare. But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher, and 3rd down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the
Went so slow.
Good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth-quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
So Matt Ryan of the offense, down 10-7, exactly 1 minute remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Ryan. Gets this to Fant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Ryan. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Oh, what are they doing?
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
1 minute.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Chargers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a home game next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.